made you a bucky?
It's not a bucket. It's a Hilux.
iDiski TV powered by World Sports Betting. iDiski Times.co.za. That's South Africa 1, Bafana Bafana 1. Of course, Nigeria 1 in a World Cup qualifier. The result kind of gets Nigeria out the door for automatic qualification. Maybe they can fight for the second place. The best they can get now is, I think, 17 points. And Bafana Bafana are already there with 2 matches remaining. So tonight, the draw means that we have Sitonsangomlenze in Nigeria, basically. We are dragging them out of the door. The match, maybe we were kind of insisting to get them back into the game because it was a great game plan. Stifle them, hit them on the counter 1-0, and then we kind of gave them a way back into the game. However, all is well that ends well. Bafana Bafana sniffing the World Cup ticket. However, there's a lingering matter of a 3-point that should be deducted from Bafana Bafana, which will, of course, find a way, perhaps in the back door and Mshiga, maybe those points will not be deducted. Mr. So-and-so, former Bafana Bafana attacking midfielder, you've scored against Nigeria before as an international player. Mvundla Ofileyo. An empty net. Your son is looking at you. He doesn't know that you've scored against Nigeria. How are you feeling, sir?
Mr. Gawujan Fit.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to say when I'm also Stizy.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to say Lapana Lindo.
Coach, my coach.
Yeah, but to Pep Guardiola.
Good pleasure.
Yeah. Bese ngibiza ke Bobo Cardoso.
Yes, sir.
My chairman. Nomhlekazi omhle. Ongasukubhubha ngecawe. Shane my Shane. Nginibulisa nani emakhaya ngicela support njalo la iDiski TV ngizobe njobe njalo angijiki futhi.
Uyayiphi ukuthi ungakora ku Nigeria? I might be mixing up matches. You either scored against PSL All Stars with Bafana Bafana or Ukore against Nigeria.
No,
I might be mixing up those matches.
There's one thing I love about football is that you can there's this thing called Google and YouTube. You can go there now. While you are still standing, you can go there and check now. Oh no! Don't even check, Mr. Gil. Just call the.
Are you PSL All Stars?
Call them.
What PSL All Stars? Nandala ni Bafana Bafana.
PSL All Stars.
PSL All Stars.
PSL All Stars, Mr. Gil. It was a training. A training. Sometimes I don't take things serious, Mr. Gil. So if
you scored against Nigeria.
If Nigeria can call them now.
I think it was a tap in, and the goalkeeper was already down.
Mr. Gil.
The goalkeeper was already. Is it true or false? Craig Etafia was already down. And
Mr.
then
Gil.
you just got there. It was Mvundla Ofileyo, basically.
Mr. Gil, this thing is pants.
I know you. The moment where you scored, the goalkeeper was already down.
No, look at where it comes from. Mr. Gil. There was an effort, Lapayana, reading the game, movement, Lapana Kapeni. Upreti Canel played that pass. I made a run. Mr. Gil. Mr. Gil, ngeke uthole la kule football namhlanje. Yeah. Angeke le uye laphayana ubeke enetini ekhoneni yeah
Ithi sihlebe ukuthi wena ngo2006 iBafana Bafana yenu ayizange ikora negoli. It was the worst performance by Bafana Bafana in the history of the African Cup of Nations. You guys didn't even score a single goal. You guys.
You know, Mr.
No excuses. No excuses.
Okay,
let's go to the match. No excuses.
Hey, but this guy, this guy, he's just putting me in the corner and then left me there.
Is that true or false?
No, true.
I was crying. I was 16 years old.
No, true.
I was crying. But let's go to the match.
Okay.
These guys are on the verge of a World Cup.
Mr. Gil, I'm happy. I'm happy. Yes, not that being so happy because I think and I feel that we gave Nigeria a respect for nothing. I don't think they deserve a respect from us. I believe that if we went there to attack them, we are going to win that game easily. Very, very easy, Mr. Gil, because how these guys, they've approached the game. We gave them, we allowed them. They didn't make it difficult for us. We make it difficult for ourselves. And that was one thing that I was worried about. After we won against Lesotho, I was worried that how are we going to approach in Nigeria based on the win against Lesotho. I was so worried. And in the back of my mind, I knew ukuthi coach will want to defend. But yes, he had a plan. Coach, well done for the draw. Well done for that point. It's a goal to that point, Mr. Q. Let's not really undermine that or underestimate that point. It's a goal because it makes a difference.
Yeah, because it takes Nigeria out of the picture.
Yeah,
almost.
no. Actually, we are supposed to kick them because they're down there. You're supposed to kick them. You kick when the man is down. You kick him in football. You don't allow him to stand up. So, Mr. Keu, look.
Maybe there's something to be said about Sidlale in Nigeria, ego team sheet before Sidlale Mdlalweni, because the defensive approach I respected, but Besanga's Uguti Nigeria was going to be that poor. I knew it because I've been watching them, but I don't think our technical team, they just assumed that all the talk was that Nigeria was saying, we're going to win, as arrogant as they always are, we're going to win. So we took it on face value that they were going to try and attack, but they were very poor today.
Mr. Keo, for me, I was not worried about Nigeria. And I won't be worried about
well, we should respect them. The Nigeria that they once were.
Yes,
the Nigeria that they once were.
Yes. That's why I'm saying, based on their performance, I don't think they deserve that respect, these guys. And again, when you go back to that AFCON, how we played against them, Mr. Keo, check on our lineup tonight. We had Ngezana, we had the foreign players, the players that are Kabini and Frosler. So 97% of the team, local-based players. And then check Nigeria. Give me one player that is playing local.
Oh, it's Nwabali who plays for Chippa United. Even they,
he's overseas. He's overseas, Mr. Keo. No one plays local. Everyone there plays overseas. So it tells you, Mr. Keo, that go back to that AFCON where we took them to the penalties.
Yeah.
And then we come now.
It was the same thing because Pesita, I think, was the only one who was a foreign player.
Yes. And I think we had, also in that we had a game. So tonight, we were just, I don't know whether scared or we gave them too much respect because we were scared of playing the way we
But don't you respect the idea that ilog based two because we had to, you see, after tonight, Nigeria, whatever number of points they will get, they will only get to 17. Tina, we are already there with 2 matches. Even if we draw one, they are out of it in the picture, but they're not out in terms because number 2 now, only chance you can play off maybe by 4 or 5, whatever. But they are out of automatic promotion.
Yes, Mr. Keo. So that's why I said, well done to the coach. That point, it's
and
a
the
gold,
approach needed that. Not too much. Every man behind the ball, we kind of did it, but I think that he had the right idea, the right approach.
Yes.
Even Umodiba not playing. I know you guys want him to play, but it was the profile of, can we get a left back? We were speaking, me and you were talking about it on Friday, that the difficulty with Umodiba is that although we love him, is that he goes to the number 11 position, the left wing.
Yes.
So much so such that you have to make so many different adjustments to my position. You need the midfield to go to the centre back.
Cover.
Centre back, Umbogazi has to go to the left. And Umbogazi, we needed him central.
Yes.
So when he plays with Samugele Kabini, it's because he thinks Samugele Kabini is not going to overlap. Although because Tola number 11 3 or 4 times, not the whole day. So I respect the approach. Sometimes when you lose, of course, I know that we were going to say a completely different tone because of that.
No, Mr. Keo, I respect the coach's decision, and based on his analysis and game plan and how he saw in Nigeria, he came with that plan. It was not really a bad plan, Mr. Keo. As much as the thing is that we'll always want our players the favorite way to play. Like Umudiba, I like him a lot, and I will sometimes compromise to say, you know what, as much as I want him to stay there, but he was also going to give them a headache when he goes up. If this guy goes up, you're going to have a problem. But to be really honest, Mr. Keo, I think the boys, the coach, they've worked hard. They've worked hard against a Nigerian team. We can say, yes, we didn't score. But the approach, how we forced them to make that own goal, that's our goal. because if they didn't try to block that ball, it was going to go straight to Froster, and
It would have been a simple tap in.
yes. So nevertheless, in that, but I think he tried to cover those areas of the right back and left back, and he did very well. Having Obas in that midfield, yes, at some point I will say, but why Obas? But I could see that Obas was sitting that in front of the defense.
It's the height profile,
And-
it's the defensive midfielder.
He
He's
did-
never going to leave his position.
He did very well. He's that typical defensive midfielder. There's some games where you need a typical defensive midfielder, and that was Obas tonight. And I think for him to be there, he did very well. He gave Umkwena some license. Look at even the goal that they've made an on goal. Who gave that pass? It was Umkwena gave the pass to Umkota. So Umkwena had that a bit of a license to go there. But I think the team, Froster, the boy fought in that game. Ulwele game Leana, Umkota, Apolis, they've tried. They've tried with those boys.
All right,
And
we need to
I
wrap it
cannot
up. I'm so
fault
sorry,
them.
Mr. So-and-so. Time is of the essence.
Yes.
Let me give you 2 minutes of, give us foresee the future for us. Are Bafana Bafana, and this is a very important question because not a lot of people are going to be thinking about it in this moment.
Yeah.
But we have to look forward now. Bafana Bafana are on the verge of qualifying.
Yeah.
If FIFA takes the 3 points, then maybe the picture changes. But as it stands, they're on the verge of qualifying for the World Cup.
Yeah.
We're going to December. Yes, we're going to play 2 more qualifiers in October, but we're going to December. Do we go there as a leading African team, in your opinion? Given that we've played Nigeria, we've played Lesotho, we've played Zimbabwe, in these qualifiers we've been playing decent teams.
Yes.
Does Bafana Bafana go to the African Cup of Nations? I'm going to ask this question again maybe somewhere in November, December when we're building up to the African Cup of Nations.
Yeah.
But on the verge, just after this Nigeria game, do you have confidence that this is a top 4 African team? Because I think that they have a game plan of game to game.
Yeah.
And those game plan, we pray to God that, okay, it will swing our way. We'll go on penalties with Morocco. We'll go on penalties with Nigeria. But given that it looks like this game plan somehow it gives us consistent results, can you trust it again to go to semi-final?
Mr. Ngeo, I will say yes. Look, unfortunately, we play a tournament. We don't play a league. And it's so difficult really to sometimes criticize Hugo Pros when you go to the tournament, not the league. But if it was a league, then I would say,
Yeah, after 30 matches, you were going to be found out.
yes. But in the tournament, a tournament is like an event where you have to plan to say, I've got this event tomorrow that I need to start that event. Today was 6, it was 5 in the afternoon. So now that means I need to get there by 4. And then by 4:30, I should be reading
You need catering, you need security.
Yes, so that's how Hugo Bruce plan his games. And for me, sometimes, yes, I do blame him, but sometimes I think that's the only best way to do it.
Now, does it give you then the confidence to say we're a top 4 African team? Masingana go AFCON. I believe Masingana go AFCON.
Yeah.
The rest of the African countries will say, you guys have been doing well. We think you could even be dark horses to win.
Yeah.
I think kuzoba inkulumo ya AFCON leyo. Do you believe that? Not winning per se,
Yeah.
but igama lethu lizofakwa na in the names ukuthi bazothi Morocco because they are at home, but Senegal because they have the pedigree,
Yeah.
and the last winners, Ivory Coast, they were not that good, but they are the defending champions. Do you think they might throw in our names as well, given that we've put together some decent results?
Our name is already there, Mr. Kew, because of we are in the same group with Nigeria, and the Nigeria do not top in the league, the group. So it says
That
a
will
lot.
be a factor.
So everyone now is talking about South Africa to say, let's be careful about South Africa. We can think they've got local players, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. But when you look at their record, they've been doing well. They've been consistent in terms of they winning their games. So already our name is there. I strongly believe that with how he plays this game, it's always going to take us somewhere. I
Right.
think we'll go somewhere until maybe semi-final again.
There you go. Thank you very much, Mr. So-and-so. Of course, we shall see. It was a swing in the last African Cup of Nations where we get to penalties against Cape Verde, penalties against Nigeria, penalties in the 3rd and 4th place playoff against Congo Kinshasa, DRC as well. It was 3 consecutive matches with penalties as well. So it's a swing. It's a prayer that with the approach that we take, with the defensive approach that we take, we pray that if we get to penalties, Ronan Williams will do his magic. But of course, there is some attacking impetus as well. If you take into consideration your Apolis, your Ngotas, your Mufukeng when he's on song, your Lyle Foster was coming into form, your Ikram Reinas was very good as well when he's given a chance. So hopefully we can maybe dominate a little bit more matches in the next AFCON. iDiski TV, iDiski Times, we're splitting.
Shapunjan bafowethu ikamala Mulindo Pep, the best analyst in the country. Please don't forget to subscribe to iDiski TV. Tanko.
This is Bongane Benedict Vilakazi, they call me Tso. Niyazi bafethu, ama coach for life, they are back in winning ways. Please, siyacela ukuthi subscribe iDiski TV.